I spent years running until I realized I was chasing something that was never outside of me to begin with. That sentence, right there, is the story of countless people, maybe even you. Let's begin this conversation with a simple truth. Happiness is not something you catch like a bus. It's not hiding in a job title, a romantic partner, or your bank account. But that's what we're often taught, isn't it? Be successful and then you'll be happy. Or find the right person and then everything will fall into place. So, like good little soldiers of society, we go out and chase. We chase careers, people, milestones, praise, thinking each one holds a little piece of the puzzle we call fulfillment. But let me ask you something real. Have you ever arrived at something you thought would make you happy and still felt empty? If yes, then welcome. You're not broken. You're just waking up. Let me tell you what I've learned, not just from my life, but from the lives of many who sat in front of me, wide-eyed, searching, desperate to finally feel okay. Happiness is not a destination. It is a decision. Yes, I said it, a decision, not a reward, not a prize, not the finish line at the end of your struggle. And this decision begins with one radical act. Stop chasing. Now I know what you might be thinking. So I should just do nothing, sit back and wait for peace to find me? That's not what I'm saying at all. This is not about passivity. It's about a different kind of action. An internal action. A shift from outward striving to inward alignment. Let me share something personal. There was a time in my life where I believed that success meant proving myself. So I worked hard, really hard. From sunrise to well past sunset, I climbed ladders, won applause, hit goals that used to feel impossible. But every time I reached one, it felt like sand slipping through my fingers. A momentary rush, followed by emptiness, like drinking salt water, thinking it would quench my thirst. And still, I chased. It wasn't until I hit a wall, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, that I stopped. Not by choice, but by exhaustion. Life has a funny way of stopping you when you won't stop yourself. In that stillness, I saw something I'd never seen before. I was the source. I had been the source all along. You see, most of us are taught to build a life from the outside in. Get the money, then you'll feel secure. Find love, then you'll feel worthy. Reach success, then you'll feel proud. But when you live this way, you give your power away. What I began to learn, and what I want to pass on to you, is this. You are the engine, not the world, not the job, not the person, you. When I stopped chasing happiness like it was a moving target and started treating it like a seed I already possessed, everything shifted. Now let's talk about what that actually looks like. Because I know, philosophy is beautiful, but practice is transformational. The first step was learning how to sit with myself. This sounds simple, but for many people, it's terrifying. Silence reveals, and what it revealed in me were thoughts and feelings I had been running from. I didn't like myself. I didn't feel enough. I was scared that if I wasn't producing or achieving, I had no value. But instead of numbing that discomfort with productivity or pleasure, I faced it. And do you know what happened? It started to dissolve. Not overnight, not magically, but gradually as I held space for it. As I told myself, often out loud, you are enough even now, especially now. You want to know the irony? As I stopped striving so hard to become better, I actually became better, more peaceful, more focused, more alive. Because here's a powerful truth. You cannot outperform your self-worth. No matter how far you run, you're always bringing you with you. And once I understood that, I became intentional. I stopped asking, what do I need to get to feel good? And started asking, what's already within me that I can nurture? I developed practices, not as quick fixes, but as daily anchors. Meditation, not to empty my mind, but to become friends with it. Gratitude, not forced positivity, but deliberate attention to what's already good. Self-talk, not fluffy affirmations, but fierce truth. I'm proud of how far you've come. You matter. I love you. These weren't tasks. These were lifelines. And here's what's wild. The world started responding differently. I attracted better people, more aligned opportunities. Why? Because the world stopped needing to reflect my worth, since I already knew it. And in that knowing, I carried myself differently. I no longer walked into rooms needing approval. I brought approval with me. Let me pause and say this. This is not about ignoring the hard stuff. It's not pretending life is always beautiful. It's not about bypassing pain. It's about making peace your home base, not your reward. You'll still have bad days. You'll still experience loss, disappointment, frustration. But when your happiness is no longer conditional, these moments don't destroy you. They pass through you. That's the power of inner fulfillment. That's the strength of not chasing. You become like a tree, rooted. The wind can blow, storms may come, but you don't collapse. Because your stability doesn't depend on the weather. It depends on your roots. And so, I invite you to reflect on this. Where in your life are you chasing? Where are you saying, once I get this, I'll feel happy? Be honest, and then ask, what is the feeling I think that thing will give me? Security? Love? Joy? Worth? Now ask, can I give that to myself now? Because here's a secret no one tells you. You can. You always could. That thing you're seeking is a reflection of something you already recognize. Otherwise, you wouldn't even desire it. You don't desire what you don't already understand in some deep, unconscious way. So happiness? It's not out there. It's the song that plays when you're quiet enough to hear it. It's the peace that returns when you stop trying to impress. It's the joy of being fully present with a moment that costs nothing. It's the freedom of not needing to prove your worth every single day. I want to end this by saying something bold. You were never meant to chase happiness. You were meant to discover it. Within yourself, then through yourself, and then, eventually, all around you. You don't attract peace by proving you deserve it. You attract peace by being peace. So stop running, stop striving, breathe. Come home to yourself. Everything you're looking for is already there.